That's silly. If it's that cold, then a hood is necessary.
You are very silly because you have a coat, a hood.
I don't
That's
have a
okay.
coat. I don't have the coat today. It's inside. I have his coat, but it's not as bad as the other day. So I
Yeah,
didn't have to wear a heavy coat.
it was
I
nice
prefer
today here.
sweatshirts because I'm always painting. Usually, even in the cold, I'll be
Mm,
painting.
yeah,
Although later in life, I decided not to really paint in the cold, but I've been
yeah,
doing the artwork online anyhow. So
good.
tell them what Justin did today.
Justin made dinner for us,
Yeah, isn't that
for the whole
nice?
family, and he served us.
He's a
Was
good
that
kid,
cool? Well,
and he feels so bad. So many people had to help him
mm-hmm.
with just little things and money. I mean, you have nobody when you're stuck. I mean, public defender, my ass. You know, who did he had to pay? I don't know if you've ever mentioned how much you had to pay for the fucking lawyer. And
30,000.
no kid has that kind of money laying around. And all right, in your
It's
30s,
ridiculous.
you're not such a kid anymore, but
Mhm.
still,
And in
regular
the
people
30s, you
don't
don't
have
have
that money laying
$30,000.
around.
No, you don't.
No, no,
These people are out of their mind.
that will change. But he said
Tell me
that's
they didn't take me. And then the guy admits that he does. That's what gets me. And they don't say anything about
I
that.
know,
That
I
just drives
know. That is bizarre. It needs to be
me corrected.
corrected. Yeah, but you know what? Just get Justin out. He's only out
He's out.
for a
He's on parole.
heartbeat.
I mean, probation and parole. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to remove my fucking cameras from my house.
That's just so bizarre. Why? Why? You would think that they want cameras. What if the kid did something that they didn't like
Well,
Jake out?
that's
Because you
so that
know
the no,
that was his whole
no,
problem.
no,
Jake
I'm
out.
gonna tell you why. That is so that the fucking police can sneak up on my fucking house whenever they fucking want.
But
That's why.
that's not lawful, really. I mean,
They're
it's
gonna
not
come into
like,
my motherfucking houses with guns. Guaranteed. I guarantee you those pieces of fucking shit are gonna come in my house with guns. I'm gonna guarantee you 100% they will. That's just how the police are. I'm sorry, guys. That's how they are. They're coming in my house and they'll have guns. That's why they're making me
but Joe, you're
remove my
really assuming.
I
You're
see it happen
assuming.
with every
Yeah, but
probation and parolee. It
in a
starts
few
their 13th. Well, if he doesn't do anything, I don't know. I really, but that's just stupid that they're making me take my cameras off, and they're not even hooked up. I didn't even have a chance to hook them up. That's the worst part.
all
Oh
right,
well.
well,
But anyways,
I know I didn't mean to
any
start the show on just such a negative tone. I was like, oh, he made dinner. It was wonderful. Everybody um put their fair share in. You worked and Darian worked, but yet you did the dishes and you put stuff away and Justin cooked and served. That's just wonderful. It's a nice little family. I like thinking of families. I'm waiting for this person to answer me. I don't know if any of you follow Allie. I can't even Beth. I think her name is Allie Beth something. She's like a very religious young lady, and I can't. I just as a listen.
oh,
I respect and I can believe religion because I can believe anything is possible, just implausible. Okay. So there was this thing about fairies, and she's like, she has this woman talking about fairies and that
excuse me.
she knows everything about fairies and what they eat and certain times of the year they come out, all this weird stuff, and that these fairies talk to her. Although I didn't hear her say that, Allie
It
implied
is.
that
It is.
if the fairies are talking to you, they're not fairies, they're demons. And I'm like, okay. So you don't believe in you can't believe in fairies, but you can believe in demons. You can't believe in aliens, but you can believe in God, which is an alien, because I've explained that. Alien is an earthly, is a human definition, right? The only way to explain God is the word God.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's an alien. Sorry, it's not from this hometown, right? I don't see the difference. What if she describes, if I got to watch this girl a little more and she's describing fairies as angels? So we could believe in demons, but the way this girl believes in angels is totally wrong. Allie, you're talking about fucking demons and a god, things you have never seen in your life. But for one girl to say something about fairies, it's like, oh my God, no. Well, what if the elven did exist? Is it so hard to believe that we lived a little longer, we were more agile, our eyes were better at one time, our ears were a different shape? This is
Who
so
knows?
fucking hard to believe.
Who knows? Could have happened.
You nauseate me with this religion already. You nauseate me. It's nauseating.
Anything could have happened.
That's right. You're just,
Hey, Alan.
you're indoctrinated into believing certain things. And religion is one of them because there's a ton of shit that just don't make sense. And I'm not talking about your personal faith. If you talk to God and you know you talk to God, that's none of my fucking business. But when you're going to tell me that you can believe in demons, but you can't believe in Tinkerbell,
Well,
go
if there was
fuck
Tinkerbell,
yourself. Go
if
fuck
there
yourself
was,
because none of them are shown,
well,
right?
if there was dragons,
That's another thing. Do you believe in dinosaurs? It's so easy to believe in dinosaurs. Why? We're indoctrinated to believe in it. Whether it could be true, it might not be.
mhm,
But we have the Museum of Natural History to prove each and every one of us wrong that that dinosaurs existed.
yeah.
Dinosaurs existed. Why couldn't dragons? What's the
Well, it
fucking
says the Bible says that Saint George slayed the dragons, didn't it?
right? We went
Oops,
over
got something in
that.
my eye. Sorry, guys.
Can you pull your eye out? This is no joke. My sister dated this guy, Bill.
No, I can't.
I'm not okay. So they go out to a bar and they had a couple of cocktails and you know, in New York, most places they don't, not even upstate New York, but in New York City, you leave your money on the bar. It's just that's what you do. Unless you have a lot of money, like you have $100, the bartender will put it under your drink. Say you know, you drink Jack, right? So he'd leave that under your drink because I mean, other people might drink Jack. It's just the way we do things, all right? So
Yeah.
they're out, they're drinking together, and the guy next to him says, can you keep an eye on my money? Because he's got to go to the men's room. That's totally if the bartender isn't on top of it, you know the people in the bar. It's just the way things are. So this guy, Bill, my sister's boyfriend, takes out his eyeball and puts it on top of his money. He had a fake eye.
Oh God. Well, I can assure you my eye is real. And it would not feel good if I took it out. So
Oh no, yeah, but you just ruined the joke, man. I thought that was funny, and he just ruined
it
it.
was funny.
Well, you just ruined it. It's 11/11, January 17th. We
Mm,
have less than 72 hours till Trump is inaugurated, my friends. All
that's
right,
true.
let's see. We have people on, do we?
Mhm. A few.
You could go on with the news. I gotta ooh,
A Republican
Ellen,
one, hey, one Republican
Joseph.
governor has decided he's going to fly the MAGA flag on Inauguration Day. That governor is Jeff Landry of Louisiana.
I don't
just because of
recognize.
his historic landslide victory. Now, he said, this is what he said. Now, therefore, I, Jeff Landry, governor of the state of Louisiana, ask that you join me in displaying your United States and Make America Great flags on January 20th, 2025, to commemorate the inauguration of the 47th President of the United States. What do you think of that? In honor of the inauguration of Donald J. Trump.
I
Coming
love it.
back to the White House to fix things.
Didn't do anything like that for Biden, did we?
Nope. No, Biden thinks he did a great job.
Really? What? Like what? Forgetting everything?
We restored 75 million jobs. He created 75 million jobs, but he forgot that they destroyed 169 million jobs or some kind of crap like that.
Does anybody want to come on tonight? I'm sorry, before we continue. Joe,
Yeah.
will you take care of that? Ask them
They want to.
if, yeah, but be
Hey,
specific.
Joseph,
Joseph knows how to can come on now. He says
they
he
want
has.
to. You want me to put a, what do you want me to do?
No, I want you to ask
Message
them
me.
specifically and wait till they answer. There's a method. There's always a method to my
Y'all buy
madness,
the
right?
BS story of Cole to have inauguration outside. No.
What?
Do we buy the story that it's too cold outside in Washington D.C. for everybody to be out on the national lawn or whatever that thing is outside for the inauguration because they moved the inauguration inside because it's too cold. It's going to be 9 degrees. When has that ever bothered some of them northern people? You guys live in that cold weather? Not me, not this dude.
I'm a perfect example, right?
Mm,
Sitting outside in the cold.
yeah. I hate.
I love it.
You know
Listen,
what?
you're
I live in
trapped
New
in an
Mexico.
apartment most of your
It's
life.
in the
You
desert.
want to sit outside.
Yeah. I like the heat.
I'm a
I
scenic
really like
artist,
the
guys,
heat.
really.
But no,
I
I think that, it's just like it always has been. I mean, there's people out there, there's organizations. We know that the the cabal up there, they want to still assassinate Donald Trump. So that's what I believe. That's what I believe. What do you believe? I
don't
don't
you
know.
don't you think that's just the most obvious thing in the world?
Yeah.
And why would anybody think anything different? That's why
Well,
I don't buy it.
they give you the excuse that it's too cold outside instead of,
Well,
well,
right.
we think there's
Well,
an attempt on his life coming again because they can't handle it. They're not trained. They don't seem to be trained properly anymore. That seems to be a problem.
bullshit. This everything that, oh my
Hmm.
God. You're hitting the nail on the head way too many times for me to even go through. Who believes in any of this shit? Do you really, are we mature adults
We are.
to believe that we couldn't stop this day and age where we can create clouds? Because that's proven that we couldn't stop a wildfire. Come on.
Well, that's true. But there are people that are lying to us. And you know what? Do you
The good
guys
guys
remember
are.
all the drones coming in?
Here comes the drones. Here comes the drones. Yes. Of course I remember it, Joe.
I wonder what if they were going to use one of those drones to try to assassinate him? You're not allowed to shoot him down.
They would have, oh my
They're
God,
allowed to fly over your airspace, right over you, bother you. But you're not allowed to hurt those drones. It's an invasion
why
of
aren't
your
you allowed to
privacy.
hurt the drones? That's exactly what Trump said, shoot them down.
Yeah, he did.
So why wouldn't we be allowed, if they're invading your property or trespassing, it's easier to kill one of those than it is to kill and get away with a human being who you believe is going to trespass and hurt your
Yeah.
family.
Well,
So
In
No.
today's world, you have the right to protect your body, your life. That's
Well, we're
it.
going to
You
now
do
since
not have
Trump
the
is
right to
back in
protect your
office in a few
property.
days.
You do not have the right to protect your property.
What?
You do not have the right to protect your property, obviously. You have
Yeah,
the
we
right to
will.
protect your body and your life, but not your property. It's
I
just
don't
I
know.
don't
Okay.
understand it. But anyways, fucking pinheads, right?
The whole thing is the good guys are lying to us. Trump,
And maybe it's needed. I don't know. Maybe it's needed. Who knows?
Trump will come out and say, well, guys, people are still after me.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not children.
Nope.
And wouldn't it make sense that more people would be in a awaken, be extra careful,
Yeah.
especially at the inauguration? I don't get this tomfoolery. It's exactly what it is. It's all
Alan
tomfoolery.
says he might. Alan says I believe the security is the reason. Joseph says I got a call. It would be distracting.
The security is the
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. For the we're going
Yeah,
inside.
I'm not denying, but it just seems too likely.
Yeah.
And it's never that likely because Trump is like a million chess moves ahead.
Of all of us.
Um,
Unfortunately, we'll never know.
there could be other reasons, like a better recording of it all and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see his new portrait, Trump's new portrait?
Yeah, I did. I like it. I like it.
Reminds me a lot of another portrait he took.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, when he
wait,
went the criminal one.
yeah,
What do you
that's
call
right.
that thing? What do you call it when you stand
His
in front of the camera and they arrest you? The booking picture.
yeah, it so does. It looks like
Mhm.
it, and
They
I,
modeled it after that.
it's very interesting what the artist did. I didn't
Mhm.
really look too much at it yet, but
Yeah.
I was noticing, okay, so they have the flag in back of him. This is very clever. Um, and yet there's a light coming. A lot of people think there's a light coming from underneath. No, the light is coming from the window, an imaginary window on the side because he's inside, right? And what it does is it creates the other half of the flag that you're not seeing. It's negative art. That's what we would
Mhm.
call it. And it was very, I don't know how many people noticed it, but he it's a metaphor, probably bringing back the light to America, or the goodness, or completing, like when we see him in those memes where he's sewing the flag back up, like he's fixing, like it is a metaphor for all that stuff. But
Right.
art, there could
Fixing
be a
America.
thousand things artists can do. They put things in there that normal
Yeah.
people just don't think of.
Oh, I know, man. I love you artists. I do.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
know, we're
man.
really
I
cool
I
people.
do, man.
But I think he was wearing a blue tie.
Mhm.
It was not, and you know what's funny?
Well,
I gotta
you would
look
think
at
he'd
it
be wearing
again.
red. You
Well,
he
right,
would
he
be,
should be
yeah.
wearing red, right? But
Mhm.
that blue,
But I've seen him wear a blue tie before.
he
You
wears
know
blue.
that?
Yeah, he does.
Hmm. I have a blue tie.
But that blue looks
I have a
almost
red
like
tie.
that roof blue that doesn't go on fire.
Mhm.
It's like that cobalt. It's a blue with a bit of green. It's not
I'm.
indigo. So the color of the rainbow, right? It goes in those colors
Mhm.
like red, orange, yellow, uh, then it would be green, blue. So it's between the green and the blue is that color that those roofs they say aren't going on fire.
Mhm.
It's a cobalt, like a ocean. Hey, you're not interested in this. Go on, go and talk
I
about your
love the
shit.
colors. I do like the colors. I'm interested in
I
all
just,
art.
it's kind of
I just
important,
don't
I
know how to
thought,
do it.
but maybe
I don't
not.
know
I
how to
don't
do it.
know.
And I don't know how to do it. I don't know
I
how to
pick up a
mix the
lot of
colors.
shit.
I know you're great at it.
Did anybody want to come in, Joseph?
They haven't said.
Does anybody want to try to come in tonight? Because otherwise it's not going to be well, I don't know. Joe has a couple of things.
I do. I want to talk about the 28th Amendment,
What?
which we do not have a 28th Amendment. But Biden and Harris say that we do.
Wait, they're trying to stick it in an amendment before
Yeah.
in
They
two
say
days?
Biden and Harris declare a non-existent constitutional amendment, law of the land. The 28th Amendment is the law of the land, damn it. And you know what, man? I'll tell you this much right now. If they declare that the law of the land, then those everybody who declares it the law of the land needs to be see the gallows, because what it is the 28th constitutional amendment will give states the power to regulate firearms and protect the work that is being done to keep our families safe. In other words, they can take your guns away at their discretion. There's no
I'm sorry,
28th
would you say
Amendment.
it one more time? I'm sorry, guys. I want to hear this one more time.
The 28th Constitutional Amendment will give the states the power to regulate firearms and protect the work that is being done to keep our families safe.
And you're getting out of this that that's a bad thing?
That's a bad thing. They're
Why?
they're there. That's there to take your guns
They
away.
brought abortion
That's
back
a
to the
that's a
States.
violation of the Second Amendment.
All right, I could see. Wait,
They're not giving you any reason or cause. They're not giving you no reason and no cause that they
I'm
can
so
take away
sorry,
your
Joe.
gun.
Read it one more fucking time to me. Slowly, please.
28th Constitutional Amendment will give states the power to regulate firearms
Regulate firearms.
and protect the work that is being done to protect our families.
Do you see where I'm not getting this? To protect the work? To protect the work?
That is being done to keep our families safe. What work are they doing to keep our families safe?
That's,
I,
do you understand that? That it doesn't even make sense, guys. To protect the work that they're doing to protect the families? It's not taking a chance. It's nothing to the Constitution. It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. What is that? I know all this dribbly drobbly shit, and that doesn't make sense to me.
doesn't make sense at all. They are trying to end gun violence in America, is what they think they're doing.
Well, it's not a bad thing. That, like I said, it's not taking away from the Constitution. Giving authority back to the
Yes.
states might even. So you're gonna have some states that follow. What are you shaking your head for?
I just don't I don't agree with that. I'm taking it away. I don't like it. It's too weird. They're shoving it down our throat, and anything they shove down your throat is suspect to me. And it's only coming from Joe Biden and Harris.
It's not though, because they're dead. For the love of God, these people are fucking gone, Joe.
I hope so. But that's what it says it's coming from.
Of course it does. And the president is going inside the White House for the inauguration because it's cold out.
Yeah.
Um, there's gonna be problems with certain parts of the country to move forward, to actually progress, to actually be the libtards that they want to be, but in a good way,
Yeah.
good progression, and let them have their choice of states. It's always going to be in our Constitution. They're not taking anything out of our Constitution by handing it to the states. The Constitution is still sound. It is a national. And then the other thing is amendments are just redundant. And that to me, giving it to the state makes, I don't know. I think it might make more sense in a good way.
Well, it's coming from 1982. That's when it actually died. They started it in 1979, but it died in 1982. So he's
Okay.
brought it back and they're trying to pass it through. McCarthy says the only way to get it in the Constitution is to start the thing all over again because see, they're trying to say that it passed the House and passed the Senate. So all he has to do is sign it and it's a law. But that's not true because it has to go through the House again and the Senate. You understand what I'm saying?
You're right. Yeah, well, for an
So
amendment to go
it didn't.
through.
They're just taking an old amendment, bringing it up, and saying, "Well, look, check this out. The House signed it, the Senate signed it. Let me sign it, and it's a law." It doesn't work that way. You have to start all over again. It has to go through the House, has to go through the Senate,
I still believe that a lot of these amendments are
to the House.
redundant and they're going to be taken off there's no such thing as the 25th Amendment. There's no such thing as the 14th Amendment. I mean, there's just no such things. It's redundant. But to move something to the states might not be a bad thing. I'm going to have to look more into it. I don't like the wording, but then the wording is so poor.
Well, yeah, it's because of the way they're trying to do things. They're just trying to push. They're just trying to push it hard, without it being really having any
Why
substance.
would you like something that you don't really understand, Joe?
I don't like it.
Because the media said so, or because Harris?
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't like it. I never said I like that. No, I don't like that.
What if this incorporates training the whole family how to use a gun to protect themselves?
Hmm.
Right? What if it incorporates free gun lessons at the range once every year so we have less accidents? You see, you just can't.
But see,
You
you have to start all over. You see, you're doing what ifs. See that's not
start
that
all
those
over
your
what?
what ifs are not in that bill. That's the
No, the
problem.
state starts
That's the
over.
problem, though. The
They're
what
giving it
ifs
to
are
the
not in the bill.
state, not putting it back. They're rating a piece of constitutional legislation, but it's still going to the states, and each individual state can say, oh, we got about $8 billion to spend on, well, probably not, like $8 million to spend on this. So we'll incorporate classes for individuals so they know how to use a gun. This necessarily isn't a bad thing. It doesn't, the way it's, but it's never going to change the Constitution, the original amendment, the original Constitution to bear your arm, to be able to bear arms. It can't change that. An amendment does not change the original Constitution. It can be redundant. Do you see why I'm saying it's not like,
Yeah, but it could also affect it in certain ways too.
well, yeah,
Just
there are going to be still some liberal states. And
yeah,
if you want an abortion and you don't want gun laws, then you go live in that fucking state.
yeah,
California comes to mind.
yeah. This state too.
Do you see what I'm saying?
We even
It's
have that stupid law where it's right to life or something where they're people are allowed to assist you to die. I don't like that
Kevorkian?
law at
The
all.
Kevorkian?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kevorkian, right? Where you're allowed to
People can
die
help you die here. Yep.
and that you think that's a bad thing.
I don't know. I don't know.
You see, this is what I'm saying. How
Don't know. It's
you're
just,
saying we have
but
this
I know
scam.
that's part of the state.
If
That's
you've ever
what they
seen
do here.
anybody suffer from cancer or some of
No,
these debilitating diseases,
I have.
I know it goes against God, but these
I
people
have.
don't, they're not religious,
Yeah.
obviously. They don't
Yeah.
want to be in pain. Now, to think every day there might be a drug out there, sometimes it's just not worth that fucking pain. I don't, I don't pretend to understand that position, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't judge anybody that was in it.
It's an interesting subject, I'll tell you that.
I've seen my husband go through so much crap with these cancers. And God forbid he actually, I don't, that's a weird one. Okay. Let's see. And your castle, aka home. Oh, yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm an extreme amount of pain. Well, I don't want to die.
There's nothing, I'm not afraid of death anymore. So it's so weird that I still have anxiety because anxiety is the fear of fear. But
Mhm.
I'm not afraid of death because I know it doesn't end. And I'm not saying the way you die won't be painful. You might,
I feel like I have a lot to do.
that's another, that's another thing. I feel the story isn't over yet. Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
a weird, I'm gonna look up more about that.
Okay. Okay.
I think amendments after like the Bill of Rights and like
Right.
the 13th, maybe 12th or 13th. I can't remember. They just become insignificant to me anyhow. But bringing it back to the States might be different. Okay, so what's next?
Oh, well, Joe Biden has decided to pardon an MS-13 gang member. Gave a sweetheart plea deal to a murderous gang leader who they say Trump wants to execute. But this guy's a bad guy.
So why do you think they're doing this? Do you really think that we're just allowing them like to go back on the streets?
Oh, this guy's not going back on the street. So he's not going to have the death penalty, but he's going to have either 40 to 70 years.
Oh, so
That's what the, yeah,
we're paying for him
to
to be
live.
in jail.
Yeah, to live. Four hats and a cat.
But if he's MS-13, then he's not a US citizen.
He's 28 years old. Seven murders,
Why? Why?
attempted murder and arson.
There is no 28th Amendment. Needs to be notified and certified. That's correct, Lincoln.
That's right.
So Joe, getting back to that, he's not a US citizen.
No, he's not.
So
But
why
he
would
is. He is. They are. He had. He was with somebody else when they killed two girls, Kayla Cuevas, 16 years old, and Anissa Mickens, 15. They attacked him while these girls were walking down the street, and they slaughtered them
dear
because
Lord.
one of the girls had uh, reportedly criticized them. They used to call themselves sailors, and so one of the girls criticized the sailors, and they slaughtered them. Isn't
What
that
have
wild?
we come to? But did this happen in the States or did it happen in?
Yeah, California.
But
And
again,
these are
he
the
is not a US citizen. Why are we
right,
even keeping him?
right. And here he admitted to He confessed to along with 3 attempted murders and more. 16 of Michael Johnson, 16 Oscar Acosta. And they name all these people, you know. God, this guy's a bad dude. Oh, in 2016, one, two, three, four, five, and then one in 2017.
Well, you said 7 murders altogether, right?
Yeah,
7 homicides.
yeah.
I just don't,
He's
I don't
young.
see, but the only reason this could be happening because it makes no sense. It makes no sense for even the worst of presidents to do this. Does
Doesn't.
it?
Nope.
It doesn't make sense.
You,
So
you,
they're trying to explain to the simplest of people, which in
well,
our case are the liberals. I mean, the real idiotic liberals. The ones that are just like, no, it can't be Trump. It just can't be. And they have no fucking clue why. Right? I can't just fucking grow the fuck up.
yeah.
God. Ugh. But you have to do this kind of play to get people to understand the simplest of laws, the simplest of how to protect yourself, your family, the nation, its people, citizens, right?
Well, I wonder if he does stupid things like that and says stupid things like that because he's mad they threw him out of the election. Or
He's always
there's
done and
I
said
don't
stupid
understand,
things.
but huh?
No, he's always said and done stupid things.
Yep. Maybe that's why they're got to
And and
keep up
and what
the
does everybody
charade.
say? Everybody
Yeah.
say everybody says he has a handler. Everybody says his handler is who?
His wife.
Jill or
Oh, Obama.
Obama?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, 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 people. His handler is Q. It's the military. That's
Got to
who
make him look
handles.
stupid.
You can't believe that a guy trips. First of all, that old guy can hardly make it, you know, 10 feet. How do you think he's going to walk up the flight of stairs to get to Air Force One? Have you ever seen him move? First he moves like an old decrepit man, and then he kind of jogs up the stairs and then trips going up the stairs.
Yeah.
This is a comedy routine. The oldest slapstick in the book, my friends. That's Jim Carrey, or James Woods, or James Biden.
I want him to reveal that it's the
All the
biggest
James.
sting. You know that movie, The Sting. That's what I
Yeah,
want. I
yeah.
really do.
I've always agreed with you with that.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
it
really want
bothers
it to
me when
be.
you still talk about the past, Joe, as a yeah, we
Well,
got
they
it's
got
got
you confused. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're bringing in this, they're bringing in that. They got this story going, they got that story going. Man, they're all over the place with all these stories,
what
man.
happens when it's all over the place. People listen to
Usually not
certain
true.
things.
Yeah,
They hear certain things and then they learn those certain things.
yeah.
So because everybody has a different taste.
Mhm. Yeah,
So somebody that's against violence is going to not be liking the fact that an MS-13 or somebody that pays high taxes not going to like that an MS-13 member has to be supported now,
right.
especially when he doesn't belong in this country. And then ding, 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 a light bulb goes off. Some people didn't like what their kids were learning in school. That was most important to them. You have to have all these. Some people like myself, really into technology, would be very interested in the drones, right? Although I wasn't as much as I should have been because I know it's fake. It's fake. Ain't no China or ain't no Iran over here. Where's our military? I keep asking, where's Space Force? Who arrested P. Diddy? Like, come on, people. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we haven't hit the 20th yet. We're not going to know until the 20th, I believe,
We're not
because
going to
of what
find
these
out things
guys.
on the 20th either. We're going to find out things slowly. And a lot of things we're just not going to ever know.
Hmm.
They're not
Hmm.
going to want to tell the truths about everything. But you will be able to see those people hanged. You will.
I want
They,
to.
apparently,
I
they
need
had
to.
a choice. Yeah. It was
I will
either,
never believe in the government unless I see that. I'm sorry. I never will.
well, that's the
It-
thing, Joe. It's not the government. It's
mm,
not the government. Do I call them Democrats or Republicans? Do I? No, there's good people and there's the cabal. The cabal happened to become government. The cabal happened to become your favorite pop stars. The cabal happened to make your line of clothing Banana Republic. It's all the fucking cabal. They became your favorite actors. That's what's burning down in California. Mark Hamill is dead. They don't want you to think he is yet because Star Wars is fucking huge. God fucking forbid the kid was a pedophile. But yet we had somebody arrested from the Post, right?
we did. The cartoon guy.
It's all fucking all over the place.
Yes, it is. That pedophilia
And
shit. Yeah.
we have been blinded. Blinded. We still
I didn't
are.
know it was that bad. I really didn't know it was that bad. I was
That's how you
drugged.
have to feel. That's what I
Mhm.
want to hear from you all the
Yeah,
time.
it was
Holy
bad. It's
shit.
bad. That
It
shit's
was
bad.
bad.
Yeah, the
And they
pedophilia crap.
almost
Yeah.
got us. It was Kennedy and Nixon. That's when they started taking over our politics a lot more.
Yep.
Um, they always had their foot in the door.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Look who
that,
they put in office.
well, I'm saying in general, it became easier for them in the 60s. Um, they were able to kill the presidents right in front of us. Right? Like
They did. And they
they
did.
were able to keep Roosevelt in for 16 years. I mean, they were controlling him. Wars. They did all the wars. They decided to play risk with their money and Monopoly at the same
Yeah.
time. It's a game. All right. Anything else?
Well, that's all I have for this evening.
You know, a
Yes.
lot of things are gimmicks, right? And when you start
Mhm.
understanding holistics, for example, you understand that. Here's an example. Here's a good example. Um, eye cream, right? You get yourself some eye cream. Sorry about the messy hair, but get yourself some eye cream. You rub it under your eye, you do all this stuff. And it might contain retinol or the same thing that's in Preparation H, ladies, for those that need something for their eyes. It's true. It's true. It's the same shit. Flattens out, whatever. But what really is happening holistically is you're rubbing your eyes. You're rubbing them. We have learned, like I always exercise my face. I do it more often because I'm hitting that age, but um I do rub my sinuses and it helps. Um and then when you rub your eyes, you're rubbing like I'm seriously, I mean rub your eyes. And you'll realize that it will help the blood flow underneath your eyes. That and salt. Salt is I eat a lot of salt. My eyes are pretty bad. Because I eat sunflower seeds like there is no tomorrow. I can eat like a bag a day. The regular size. I can eat a bag a fucking day.
Yeah, it's a lot of salt.
It's a lot of salt. And that's not the good salt. Pink salt is the good
No.
salt.
Yeah.
So I'm very particular about under my eyes and I'll rub them and I realized it. I realized, well, that's a gimmick. They're all a gimmick, just like the heart healthy cereals like Cheerios. Don't fucking eat eggs. Stay away from potato chips. Guess what? Your cholesterol will go down. You eat cereal and not eggs 4 or 5 times a week, your cholesterol's gonna go down. It's a fucking gimmick. It's all gimmicks, people.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have so
They
many
need to quit
different
putting crap
soaps,
in our food.
so many
Yeah,
different hair shit, so many different. It's all bad for you.
yeah.
Look at the lady with the fake blonde hair saying, but I'm I'm I can be a hypocrite and tell the truth. I'm sorry.
I wish my hair was darker. It's not though.
I'll send you the silver I bought. I want to do the silver.
And my hair is definitely silver.
Yeah, but no, the silver I have is more silver.
It's so dark brown.
I
Such
also wanted to say happy birthday to Herman.
hey, happy birthday,
Um,
Herman.
yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to anybody we missed.
Yeah. I like brother Herman I've known for it's going on 9 years now. I've known a few people for 90 since I moved to a few months after moving to Florida. I'm still friends with so many of them. Helen was one of the earlier ones. Reb, Helen, brother Herman, Paz, John, Wookie. I don't know how you know him by, but so many from the beginning.
Yeah, Randy
Bailey,
and Rob for me.
love my Bailey, huh?
Randy and Rob, I met them first on social media.
Randy.
Yeah, Randy for K.
Where is he now?
I don't. Well, he's still up there in Michigan, I'm sure. And yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while. I should message him, see what he's doing. I always liked Randy. He was always
Well, Randy was the one, explained to them that he was the one that was at the Capitol when the doors
yes, he
closed.
was. Yeah, me and him.
He didn't get picked to go inside. He
No,
was right
he didn't.
there.
I mean,
Joe
I
was on
mean,
the phone with him, man.
I mean, right as we got to the door, they slammed the door shut. And he goes, Joe, look, they slammed the door shut on us. And they said, no, not you guys. They pushed us back. They were pushing him. They were pushing him
Yep.
from behind. They were pushing him to get inside there. But there was like a line. There was like a certain line up there in front of him. And
And it just
as soon
ended
as they got to that, they closed the door.
because they had something on them. They had a little pin, they had a little bracelet, they had a little ring, they had something on them
You
for
guys are the
people to
ones
know
going
that they
in.
were different. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. They're the ones going in.
Yeah.
Well, I
Just
noticed
like they
that when
had for the immigrants.
yeah,
They had
you know
different
what's
colored bracelets.
right. But the weirdest thing about all that is that when Joe Biden first became president, the the Republicans were still trying to go into the prison trying to get these J6ers out, right? That was only the first year. Then after that, they just gave up and nobody has even tried to infiltrate the jail to get these
Guys,
people out. So I asked the
guys,
question, are they really there?
they're not. They're bad guys. They're in Gitmo. Look, if we were going to build anything, if Trump was going to build anything, it would be a giant prison out of the states, right? Get them
Right,
the fuck out of our. Nobody wants to live next to a prison, even though it's probably the safest place to live,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
because, if somebody escapes from prison, they ain't hanging around there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
But that's what, and if anybody was going to build a smart city, it would be Trump too. I'm not saying these smart city ideas didn't exist. And we have smart houses already. So, of course, eventually, and I don't know where you people come from. They've had tests
From there.
decades ago, decades, where they had smart cars. These streets would control the traffic. The streets
Right,
did. They
right.
have these things already.
Yeah.
That nobody is gonna burn down their houses. Okay. They're not going to be friends with Biden and be like, okay, we're going to burn down all our shit, everything that we worked really hard for and very comfortable with,
Right.
just so they can build the smart cities. And, Mark Hamill, who's, I don't know, how old is this man already? That he's got to wait another 10 or 15 years to get a smart city? People, it's the good guys, right? Because Trump is avant-garde. Trump is thinking of our children, of our
It's
futures. He just got rid of the bad, not Trump himself, our military, our good guys. 47 different states got rid of most of the bad in one foul swoop, which is California. And we have
fire.
somebody like Trump that's going to be like, oh, we're going to take this devastation and we're going to turn it around,
Yeah.
right? It's going
Yeah.
to take us years to clean up the debris and the ash, but we're
We're
going to
gonna make
do
a
it
smart city.
and
Yeah.
we're going to make a smart city
Where's the money gonna
because
come from?
Trump is a builder.
Oh, okay.
What?
Because Trump's gonna I was wondering where's the money gonna come from
Where's the money going to come from?
to rebuild California
Well, we
down
just
Pacific
we just
Palisades.
collected billions from the evil,
Hmm.
right? These people are evil. Pelosi,
Yeah. She is. She needs to give her money back.
look at how much money we gave to the Ukraine. You don't think that that's enough to build a smart city?
There you go.
Because those people in the Ukraine are not seeing any money. There's not any war left. What are they giving the money for? There was never really a war. They bombed the labs, the bio labs. There was never really a war there. They got rid of the
There you go.
shit because
Yeah,
because
there was
the
what,
bad guys,
15 biolabs, right?
I think more, give or take, it doesn't matter. That's what they had to do.
Yeah. Level 4 biolabs, by the way.
I
The
can't
real
believe
bad
they
one.
let me say this shit half the time. I'm like, it has to, I'm pinching myself. It has to be over because they're allowing us to say this crap and we haven't been taken down in months.
Right.
Cross your fingers. All right, guys. So nobody wanted to try to come on. Everybody's scared. No, we gotta do it. We'll do it when we're not live. And I think that's one of the best ways. I gotta put my hood back on because my hair is a mess. All right.
Yeah.
Is that it then?
That's all we got, guys.
I wanted to go over the CERN again, but
I'd like
I
to
I'll say one other thing.
say it.
Say it. I'll say it. All right.
Say it.
So
Be done.
biblically, all these little catastrophes that are happening, what would you call that in the Bible? All these catastrophes that are just all over the place, earthquakes. I mentioned it this morning or
Armageddon?
yesterday. We got we got hurricanes out of season. We got tornadoes all over the place. You got wildfires. You have uh,
Thefts, murder.
the evil let out of prison. You have people crashing and killing dozens of people and bombs and school shootings and what would you think is this biblically for those that think I don't believe in God and stuff? And I believe in a lot of stuff. It just doesn't have to go in the same order. I don't have to believe what they told us to believe, right? I just think outside the box, and I don't think that's unhealthy. Unhealthy. How about Armageddon? Is this kind of like Armageddon, the final war before 1,000 years of peace? I think so. I think so. I think if we hang out together a little longer, we're gonna find out what peace actually is. Revelation. Joseph Rogers says Revelation. There you go. right? Isn't Revelation the book of the Bible?
Is it
There you
Armageddon
go.
or the
And
beginning of
I,
Armageddon?
I'm not very good with but isn't it Mount Sinai? Or is it? It's supposed to end somewhere, no? I'm not
Yeah, but I don't
exactly
know
sure.
where it's supposed to end. Where it's supposed to start. Who knows? Man? They could be wrong about all that. How it
But the
ends and
thing is,
starts.
I think it ends in the Middle East, right? So Israel and Gaza.
Starts there, supposedly, doesn't it? I thought it started there. Oh, freaking no.
You guys gonna hate me, but I don't believe Israel is the home of the Jews. It's just doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that the Jews are the oldest population in the world, which would be um Serbian? Is it Serbian or Syrian? And that's up past, way past Israel. Now remember, Israel became a state in the late 30s or late 40s or mid 40s, maybe after world, yeah, probably after World War II. I kind of remember somebody talking about that.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna look it up because well, that didn't come out right. Holy shit, there's a person that's 116 years old.
That's a little old. That's a young
God
man.
bless in Brazil.
That's a young
Oh,
man.
that reminds me.
116 years young.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
I don't even know what that's called. Like an octogenarian and a septarian is like
he
in their
has
80s
seen
and
some
90s.
stuff.
Sumerian, it is the Sumerians. So I would believe that they came from Sumeria because the Jews never really had a home. The Jews traveled all over the place.
Hmm.
We probably all have Jewish in us. The only other oldest is the Greeks. We
Right.
all probably have Greek in us too. It's too bad we lost a bit of that.
I'm a Heinz 57. A mutt,
Are
if you
you
will.
really?
Probably. Probably got everything in me.
You got a little red, a little blue, little banana. Oh, you got a little banana, do you? He's shaking his head. Yes, it's a little banana. I don't know where that came from, but I don't know. I've always just been 100%
Just a little
Ukrainian.
peanut.
Everybody is Ukrainian in my family, like except my cousins, which have a bit of Polish. But
Hmm.
so I am not. I've just always been Ukrainian, but I can't have been because nobody is homogeneous, if I'm saying that word right, because nobody has the one blood. Nobody can. Otherwise, we'd be as inbred as those idiots.
I have A positive. It's red. That's all I know.
Oh my God.
I'm teasing you. I'm sorry.
Really? This is not what I need.
I know.
1948, Joseph says, yeah, that's when Israel became. I'm not trying to be rude, but these people have been on the road forever.
Mhm.
They've followed Moses. I mean, they've always been all the fuck all over the place. So why? I mean, and to me, if you wanted to trap God's people, you'd put him right in the Middle East, right? It would
Yeah.
be easy for all the Muslims that supposedly hate the
Muslims.
Jews.
The Muslims.
I shouldn't say it that way. I have friends that are Muslims, guys. I'm not like,
Muslim
it
people are
depends on the
okay.
person. It doesn't
I work with a
about their
lady who's a
religion.
Muslim. She's a
People
really
would
nice
hate me
lady.
because I have no religion.
Yeah.
Do you hate me, Joe?
No,
So why does religion matter?
it
Does
doesn't.
it
Not
make
to
me a
me.
bad, uncharitable, stupid person? Because maybe I believe in fairies or aliens a little more than I believe in demons or God, which is not true. But that just bothered me. I can't. I mean, what's really the difference? What's really the difference? You're talking about demons and somebody's talking about fairies. Fairies have wings, so do angels.
Right.
Demons have horns, right? They're
I
supposed to be
understand.
like, I just, but this is indoctrinated. It's indoctrinated. Even aliens, the way they look, are indoctrinated into us. I mean, you got everything from Predator to the little green guys, right? That's indoctrination. What if they're like 18 feet tall and purple with gold rings around their wrists and
Uh-oh.
arms, legs? I mean, you don't know. We're indoctrinated into believing it. Although alienologists have said that there's about 18 to 23 different species that have come to the Earth, and there's many more out there.
Yeah. Well, I
I,
think we have stuff like
yeah,
that,
I have to
hidden
believe.
from us. It's just hidden.
Let me see if I can find that. You have anything else you want to say?
No, I do not.
Oh, you
I've
suck,
offended.
Joe. You just suck.
I know. I'm just so terrible.
Yes.
I can tell you, I had a pretty good day. It was a good day. It was a busy day, but it was a good day, nonetheless.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna show you this. But I'm glad you had a good day. I mean, everything is so much better with the kid home.
Yeah.
See
I
it?
mean, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it was better. So,
Well, it's gonna take time.
what are you sharing? What are you showing us?
Remember
Cool.
the painting I talked about with the Madonna?
Yeah.
It's not. Is it too small? I'm trying to find. Is that Madonna? That is Madonna. Is it Madonna as a Borg? What the
It is.
hell?
Yes, it is.
Oh my, I just don't get why
No.
why does it have to open to the page? I know. I can't fucking get it. All right, can you see the I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna put that up as our oh no, I already have something up. The Madonna with Saint Giovanni Giovannino. Are those ours? 1449 to 1494. All right. Now above her shoulder,
Mhm.
can you see it? This little UFO guy.
I do.
Oh,
What's over to the left? See those things coming down?
yeah, hold on.
What are those things?
Right. What are they? This is some kind of craft.
Yeah, because look at it. Just look, if you look at it, if you look at the
Comet.
picture, look where the light is. The light is behind her, right? Doesn't it look like the light is behind her?
Um,
Or would you surmise that those are clouds?
the clouds are above her head, Joe.
Right.
The
But in the distance, do you think the white could be the clouds in the distance?
the clouds are behind her head. These are fucking the things on the
Hmm?
left. Look, they're in a perfect
I know.
geometrical shape. There's some kind of
But
comet
yeah, but
star
if you look
shape.
at them, they look weird. They look like they got tentacles on them.
Right. They
Mhm.
don't look human. The love of Christ, that's the whole point. Then you got the right side with there's supposedly,
Yep, some kind of spaceship. Weird
and
shit.
there's a guy looking at it. You see the guy
Yeah.
on the
Uh-huh.
rocks?
Yep.
He obviously sees something's going on in the air.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is that? Like, come on, that doesn't look like a freaking spaceship, people. All right. I guess
Does.
it does.
Uh-huh.
Here's a nicer picture. It's much more colorful. I forgot that it was round, which shame on me.
Huh.
Oh shit, she has it on her shoulder too. Now, when we have something on our shoulder, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
The sun mark, this thing
Yeah.
is on her shoulder. And why are the cows there? It's very bizarre. If that's Jesus, he's too old to be in the manger yet. Um, the cows could represent
Who
the
painted it?
Giovanni,
Giovanni.
I believe that was his name. I can't tell if they're R's or N's, but yeah, this is it's bizarre. And there's more like this, but this is look, there's even a city back there. Geez, I gotta go look at this. And I thought the guy had his grandson with him, but it looks like there's a dog with him.
Where's it? Where's that displayed at? That picture.
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Uh,
It's pretty interesting. And it was done on a round canvas?
yeah, which probably means he pulled it himself.
Yeah, I like it.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? But I don't know. Why don't you look it up, Joe? Why do I have to look it up? You fucking look it up. There must be more. I just can't think of them right now. Look at how weird. Why is there? I studied a lot of this art, but like Renaissance.
Yeah.
I see that's the manger. That looks more like a manger. Fuck though. Up on top is that's the Illuminati sign right here. The upside down. Um, and look, there looks like a star again. What is it called? The compass. I know it's supposed to
Oh,
be damaging the wood, but it looks like a damn star again. And cows again. So you would imagine it's the Madonna of the UFO in Palazzo Vecchio. Vecchio.
right.
Palazzo Vecchio. So it's in the hall of the House of Vecchio or Plaza, the Plaza. I don't, where's the UFO in this one? I guess I have to go through some of my artwork again, old artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like a bird. It doesn't look like a UFO,
No,
but this is
does
the
look like
upside.
a bird.
That's definitely the Illuminati.
The sign.
Oh, I can't think of the compass. You know what a compass is
Yeah.
for the pencil, and you could draw perfect circles.
Hmm.
Um, well, that's one of their sign, the upside down compass, which I can't think of the other word for it, but all right, guys. I've had enough. I got it now. I feel like, wow, there's so much more that I've missed. I
Yeah.
gotta go look the old stuff yet again. See, because when I'm like, okay, I've passed that mark and I believe it, I don't, I go on to something else to study because I need to change. I need to keep going. There's just so much more to learn,
Right.
right? And sovereign soul. No, I'm not showing my boobs today, guys. No, stop it, Joe. No boobs. All right. Love you guys. Do you love them, Joe? I
I
don't know.
do. You guys have yourselves a great night. We love you both all.
Joe,
Thanks
so
for watching. Thanks for
Lincoln,
putting up
Ellen,
with us again.
Ellen.
I
Thanks
love
y'all
y'all.
for stopping in. Say
See you
goodbye,
again
Joe.
next time.
Hopefully tomorrow night. Hopefully.